I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 429. Little embarrassing fact about Geek Brief that none of you know. We love tiny radio-controlled helicopters. Really, who doesn't? In the nearly 3 years we've been producing the Brief, we've purchased 4 or 5 different RC helicopters to feature on the show, and those of you who've seen all the episodes know we've never ever put one on. In fact, this is the first time you're hearing about our helicopter fixation. Here's why. We cannot fly them without crashing them into the wall and breaking them on the first charge. This time, we're showing you the chopper before we get it because it's really cool. The WowWee Blade Star Flame Indoor Flyer is all blades, rudders, and engine. It actually has a shot at survival in our house because it has built-in sensor detection that helps it avoid obstacles and fly away from them. It has 2 modes, autonomous for use without the remote and pilot for use with the remote. You can choose between beginner and expert level settings. Blade Stars are available from toy stores and online retailers now. Someone tipped off Engadget that the HTC Touch 3G website was live even before a press release had gone out. Clearly designed to compete with the iPhone, the Touch 3G features a touch-responsive interface that responds to finger gestures. A full web browser lets users view full-screen pages on the 2.8-inch touchscreen. Just like on the iPhone and unlike on the Instinct, you can zoom in and scroll around web pages. The phone runs Windows Mobile 6.1 Professional, and it's available in a variety of colors. The 3.2 megapixel camera also does video that can be stored on micro SD cards. At the time of this shoot, you can't get to the website in any obvious way, but I have a link in the show notes for Brief 429 at www.geekbrief.tv if you want to poke around. CNET has had a gadget blog called Crave for a long while, but for the longest time it was light text on a dark background, and that's difficult for some people to read. They recently underwent a redesign, so if you haven't checked them out ever or lately, you can find them at crave.cnet.com. Today, Rich Brown posted a link to TechRadar.com's ultimate guide to motherboards, and it's awesome. It's 5 pages long and it has a little technical jargon, but not enough to overwhelm an interested newbie. If you're hardcore, you might enjoy the historical overview, but I really want to encourage those of you who are just casually interested in tech to give it a read. Here's a link, and you can also get it from the show notes. Today, Seagate announced a new lineup of free agent external hard drives. They call it the Fall 2008 lineup, but I'm almost certain you can continue to use it year-round. There are desktop and mobile versions for both Mac and PCs. The free agent Go Portable, they tell me, is the slimmest external drive available today. It's pocket-sized and features advanced shock and vibration protection to protect the hard disk when you're walking around. The Free Agent Go is available in a wide range of colors and in capacities up to 500 gigabytes. Seagate's Free Agent Desk Drive for Macs is especially pretty. It features either a 500 gigabyte, a terabyte, or a terabyte and a half of external storage in a sleek, brushed aluminum case. I kid Seagate for using seasonal fashion terminology, but listening to myself describe the enclosures, perhaps the fashion analogy isn't so off the mark. I'm wrapping up today's brief with a set of desktop computer speakers for those of you who like to get jiggy with the bass. I should not attempt to sound cool. The Expressionist bass speakers are cone-shaped desktop stereo speakers, each containing its own down-firing 4-inch subwoofer. Mids and highs come through 1.5-inch drivers that point at your face. The speakers come in either black or white and have an all-about-function form factor. An auxiliary input lets you add audio from the portable player of your choice. I'm Callie Lewis. I want to welcome all the new viewers from the UK. Several thousand of you have stopped by after the brief was featured on BBC. I promise I'll work on that whole taking a breath thing. The brief is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. When you use my promo code at checkout, GB1, GB2, or GB3, we get money for food and electricity, and you save money on domain name registration. Thanks for watching.
Here at the Click Office, we like a bit of geek. We're not afraid to admit it, and so the first site I want to show you is part of our staple weekly diet here at Click. Point your browser at geekbrief.tv. The tagline of this videocast site says, "Shiny, happy tech news with Callie Lewis." But don't expect fluffy softcore technology talk. This girl is a serious geek, and despite the fact that she never seems to pause to take a breath,
at IFA in Germany, Philips has announced more beautifully designed products than I could highlight on 3 episodes of the brief, so I'm just going to highlight some of our favorites.
breathe girl, breathe. The content is really well researched and put together and will keep you bang up to date with the world of technology. If you need help navigating the site, well, you probably shouldn't be on it. But I do want to draw your attention to the About Callie section. Scroll to the bottom and you'll find some interesting links to her other websites. And at dearcallie.com you can pose your own technical teasers to the lady herself. The other tab worth exploring if you fancy making your own podcast is Podcasting Tips. A trip to the moon next. Not a new site admittedly, but we haven't actually visited Google Moon on Webscape before, so I thought it was about time we strapped on our moon boots to take a gander.